Hey, I'm here with the 2019 Beta 500 RRS. As you can see, I kind of set up lighting back here just so I have some light and so we can get the video. But the cool thing is, Paul at Highay Dirt Bikes hooked me up with some guards. So I got the box right here. Let's take a look. So I got the box. It came in. Here we go. Let's find a spot. So this is what we have in the package. We got the guards themselves. We got the clamp for the bars. He sells various different ones. Some fit various dashes, and you can move over your check engine light and all that. He was going to be very gracious, and he was looking at giving me one of those, but as this is a loaner, I have to take everything off. I let him know, like, oh, I got to return this back to stock. So we just went with the basic. These go on the end to attach the guards. You get your bolts assortment there, and a tap with nice big huge bolts there. Look how big those things are. Huge. Those things aren't going to move at all. Oh wow, I didn't even think about that. These are not even the you used to have to, you did a thread, you did an insert, and then you put in smaller bolts. He upped the bolt size probably so they wouldn't bend at all. This is a lot newer than on my XR650R, so it's been a while. Yeah, let's get these installed. So it's pretty straightforward here. Obviously I have to undo these. I have to remove the plastic ones here, which I'll actually do first. The mirror, just kind of move it out of the way. If you have both on, then yeah, you can take them off if you want. I'm gonna have to cut the end of the grips so I can thread it, and just thread those right into the bar end. And that's basically it. It's pretty much that simple. So yeah, I even got the tripod so you guys can watch while I do it type thing, or I can edit the video in a certain way. But yeah, let's get these on. These are pretty much indestructible. Well, first let's take a look over at my XR650R so you know what I'm talking about. And I almost forgot, he also gave me the fold out mirrors, which is an option, which is nice for the street. So I will be able to get rid of that mirror, which I totally forgot about. So I will unscrew that mirror. Here's my XR650R, well used. I actually do have extra of these. I just have never put them on because these aren't tore. They're still on. They're just well discolored at this point. I only have one mirror left right here. For some reason, I think because my bars, these are the bars that came on the bike. I bought this bike used originally, and I think they were slightly tweaked. So guards just never fit exactly right, which I think these are kind of forced bent in more than they normally would be if these were good bars. And I had to put a little piece of, it's actually a stamping material my wife has. She does crafting. I just put that there so when I fold in the mirror, it doesn't rattle because it was rattling. This mirror has popped off. I just RTV'd it back on. It's been working good. Missing the mirror here, just have never gotten around. Don't really need two mirrors anyways. This clamp here, obviously a lot bigger than the other one. I obviously had tapped in a couple holes for the Voyager Pro, and then the zip ties go through the center, which goes to my bar around and up. So yeah, that's how that works. But it had a couple thread holes here. I think that was to put in, add on a dash. I used it for some lights, battery power. Let's see which one. Nope, not that one. That one, yeah. So see, and then I would press that, and when I do the Kickstarter, this flickers, so I know that the computer is getting juice, so I can start the bike. So you will take a 17 mil. Now once that's just loose, you can unscrew it like so. So it helps if you have one of these guys, 10 mil. Just makes life a little bit faster. And you just remove that. An 8 mil to take off these plastic, they're just plastic. And to show you that they're plastic, see the coarse threads? That's to go into the plastic. And you come to this side, same thing. So again, being a loaner bike, I got to put this back, or at least provide all the parts back, so keeping everything together. So you got these two guys. First thing I want to do is make sure those bolt holes look like they match up. Yes, so it's 90/40 if you want to know the dimensions. And then these holes would be for if you had the gauge, it would go, I don't know if it mounts underneath, but it goes on here and kind of like that, and then you put the computer in there. Then you take these two guys, this is where I'll have to figure it out. Yeah. So, this one's with the tab that way. It's going to screw in on the side. It's going to go like that. And then the billet is going to go here for the guards. 8 mil. See, every bike's different too, so it's always fun to do this. It's like, well, see, there's a wire there for. Let's see if. Okay, there we go. That can go there. That. Because I have zippers already, just as there and the line starts, just a little bit away, is what you cut off. Just like these, and that's not and do the same thing to the throttle setting. Sometimes throttle setting more off. Because our throttle has to just. So sharper knife is easy. I see this throttle housing kind of sticks out. It's kind of weird. Hopefully I don't have to cut the plastic of the throttle housing. See how this is? It's like the metal part is in there a little ways. That would be awful. Imagine going down, that would break right away. Okay, so something like that I think will work. We'll see. Okay, that took a little bit, as you kind of saw there. You want to make sure that is going to spin around. You would just use a cutoff wheel and cut off just a little bit of that. That would be the easiest way. Being that I'm trying to keep it as close to not messing with it too much. So if I want to put on a grip, I took very, very little off, just enough of that lip and the inside and a little on the outside to clean it up, that I can put a grip back over and it should be fine. So hold it as long as it rotates. So make sure it's clean. Blow and stick your finger in. You can run a paper towel through it like that. You can put a little silicone here too if you want. Okay. That's good. You want some oil for the tap if you don't want to destroy the tap. You can just, I have some Singer oil. This, look how old this stuff is. I know it's been passed down generations here. 30 cents. But it works good. You can also put it on the tap. You can do like that too. See? Okay. Goes in like that. And because it's a hollow thing you're tapping into, they tend to go in pretty straight, but you kind of still want to, you know, make sure. Just gonna eyeball it. I mean, the real threads, remember it's tapered here because it's, so probably the real threads start there, so somewhere up in here. Now, the idea behind the old setup, when you put the inserts in, you didn't want the insert to go too far, so you wanted that to bottom out. So it was more crucial than a bolt. But see all these shavings? You do both sides. I don't know. There's no reason to leave it in there. But you don't have to make it perfectly clean either, because I'm going to go. And that's just... It just blew out the other side. I forgot I had already cut that off. But hey, that works too. Blows it out the other side. Had to go back into my old tool pile. I don't use much. It's a 9, so these are 9s. Yeah, okay. Looks like it. Yep. That's going to be more than adequate. I do see one issue though, is where the key is located. Where the key is located is in the way. A lot of torque when I did push that one in, I tighten this one, tighten that. There's a lot of torque on these bolts. I don't think they're just gonna pop right out. I mean, they might get loose and you probably notice it jiggling around way before you would actually lose a bolt. So then you want to come back to the end. So tighten that, tighten the end. That will pull this tight, and it will slide it in there where it needs to go. Yeah, I can see why he went up to the big Allens and just threaded directly versus those inserts. You're not messing with the insert. And then instead of a small bolt, which on the XR I have had to replace over time, not a big expense. You can find them at hardware, like Ace Hardware, or online, whatever. But this is so thick, I doubt that's, yeah. You're in a serious crash if something bends there. So then I just tighten this one. First time ever using this Allen. You can tell it's a cheap one because it's already kind of wore. Got a little issue. So the guards, we forgot to put the bolts in with the washers. The washers are there. I probably have bolts that will fit. Here's the mirror bolt. So the mirrors are good to go. I can put the mirrors in. Very simple, but it gives you that much thread. So you don't want the washer. So get rid of the washer. This head fits into there. See? So you go like that. So as you see, I'm threading in, it's coming out. For this bike, I have enough room. I'll go until it's tight because it's threading into the bar. It goes on like that, it sticks out. This is where you need the washer. And the nut, and it's a lock nut, nylon lock nut. See, the mirror folds out just like so. It'll need tightened down on this side. Okay, so I found two bolts I have. Put the washer on and put it through. If it was mine, I would probably go buy a little bit nicer bolt. But Paul typically has those in there. Just got overlooked. That happens in life. These bars do not fit with the key there because, yeah, you're not getting the key out. Now you could probably attach this and leave the key in and probably just be able to turn the key type deal. If you don't really care about the key is on a huge long cord in here. Looks like a zip tie. Let's see how much they give you. Wow. So you get quite a bit. Look at that. just keeps coming. If I can't put it on camera, look at all that. So you get quite a bit. I did notice one thing. Look, the split there because it was hitting this plastic, I believe, and just a little bit I've used it, it rubbed. So you might want to look at that on your bike, make sure the key doesn't have a cut. I'll put a piece of tape on that and we'll call that good. But I should be able to zip tie this somewhere. It's hard to video all this just because I have to get around stuff. So key can't face that way because the Highay dirt bike guards are in the way. He does sell a relocation kit where you put the computer, the key, and all that. You can also remove the key, put it on a button. That's probably honestly what I would do, is just solder in some wire and put a Highay dirt bike button mount right here, which I'll show you. It's hard to see probably, but black, I did a red. So you can do something like that. Because this isn't my bike, again, I need to keep things so I can put them back. So I could probably find a place to put the key. Like I could probably put the key maybe in the side plastic over here, put a hole, put it through, and still have it up in here and have the key. They give you plenty of wire, evidently, to mount the key in various places if you want. As you can see, I can go like that. I have the key. The key's locked in when it's in key spot, so it doesn't matter. Only time you might lose the key is if it's off. Yeah, there's an accessory on this too, but okay, so when the key is off, then it can fall out. Well, just have the key on you, right? So you don't lose it. That makes sense. Zip ties are cheap, so I'm gonna put a third one on here just to make sure. So if you happen to have a good set of cutters, these are on an angle, so I can come in here perfectly and cut them flush. Please cut your zip ties flush. That way you don't like cut your arms when you're trying to reach for stuff. And there we have it. So I got a key on this. It's relocated. It's off to the side. I don't think that's a big deal. You could do that if you want to somewhat keep in the factory location and not drilling holes in anything if that scares you. It's just zip tied up there, and then there I go. Turn it on, fuel pump's going, fuel pump's done, and there I go. So just have to remember to take the key out so it doesn't fall out. You know, it's less likely to fall out when it's pushed down in. So this is what it looks like with the guards on. And you just take a mirror and you fold it out. So that's, you know, with one mirror out, you got right there. So you would adjust his riding. It would go like something like that. And this one has both mirrors. Mirrors are optional. Fancier mounts up here are optional with the computer. You know, this would be more kind of like in between, because you're getting the guards, you're getting a mount here. It can be upgraded because there's threads right there, but you're getting the two mirrors. I don't think he does the turn signal lights anymore. They were LED, and this is where they would mount to a couple screws. And yeah, you saw pretty much how I put it together. This is a long video. I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna try to edit out a bunch, but that's Highay Dirt Bikes. Paul over there, the owner, he's awesome. He supports our right to ride, supports trails, gives back to the community, gives back not just to people like me, but he gives to Colorado Trail Preservation Alliance and a bunch of groups. So he really supports our right to ride by giving auction items. So guys, if you're coming out to the Trail Taker Adventures Rally in Silverton, Colorado this year, we're gonna have a certificate up to $200 value for some Highay dirt bike guards. And you can spec those out up to $200. So, and you know, I'm sure you're gonna spend a little extra because the mirrors, if you're riding on the road, at least one mirror you're gonna want. You might as well just do both mirrors. So okay, there we have it. There's installing the Highay dirt bikes guards onto a 2019 Beta 500 RRS. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. And hey, thanks to Highay dirt bikes for letting me have a basically a loaner set because it's a loaner bike. And also for that gift certificate for the Trail Taker Adventures Rally in Silverton, Colorado, near the end of the month. Check out trailtaker.com. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye.